All right, so we are going to be removing the rear wheel off of our 23 Z400. From my research, I found that this is pretty similar, if not almost identical, to a Ninja 400. This is brand new. I'm removing it because I got a nail in the back tire. It wasn't leaking, but I prefer to be more safer being a first bike. So that's what we're doing. As you can see, I got a bunch of tools right here just because I've never done this. So would not really call this a how-to, but more of a research with me. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get this off. I've done my own research. Would help if you do yours as well. Little side note, if it sounds like I'm huffing and puffing, it's because I'm working in this garage and there's not a single window in here. It's like 90 degrees outside and hot as balls in here. So, but regardless, some things that might be a little different for yours if you haven't already done so. One big factor is the muffler. Having an aftermarket little slip-on muffler is going to honestly make this probably a lot more easier for you because you don't have to deal with that big bulky muffler. So plus you'll sound better and it'll look better. So just do yourself a favor, get it replaced. You'll thank me later. Another thing you're going to want to look into is if you don't already have them, get them already. Swing arm spools on the sides here, 8 millimeters. They screw in perfectly. These ones have little pictures on them. So, but regardless, they don't exactly give you a torque spec for them. Just give it a good, nice snug, make sure it feels tight. So, but regardless, what we're gonna go ahead and start off with is, number one, you're gonna wanna do after you get the bike up is this nut here has a cotter pin inside. You're gonna wanna bend it so that way you can pull it through the hole. Do your best to not break this because it is definitely possible to break them, especially if yours is a little older and on the rustier side or whatnot, more frail. But don't break it if you feel like you're gonna get yourself another one. But this is brand new. I'm an auto tech, so I feel a little bit more safer myself. Regardless, we're gonna go and try to get this off. So, okay, so now we're back after some little research of my own. Like I said, this is not a how-to video. This is more of a learn with me. So these two bolts here do not take off the brake caliper. There are two bolts down here that do take off the brake caliper. They have obviously a little bit of Loctite on there, but undo those two. You're going to be using a 6 millimeter hexagon, and boom, your brake caliper is free. Now, because your brake caliper is free and willy-nilly, you don't exactly just want to be going crazy with this thing. I like to set mine down sometimes in places, but since I got this little stand right here, it's just going to chill right there, nice and tight. So another thing we're going to want to do is I want to remove this sensor out of the way so I don't have to deal with it as a possible issue. So let's see what we're dealing with on that boy. Maybe a 10, nope. Maybe an 8, that's crazy, it is. So we're just gonna I'm guessing this looks like a wheel speed sensor. I don't know how this, it looks like it just slides in this little clip here. Pull it out, set it off to the side, don't break it. Okay, now that we got that off the way, we're gonna go ahead and loosen up the axle nut to the axle. So, and then we should be able to get the rear wheel off. Just another reminder, this is not a how-to video. This is a learn with me, and I'm doing it my way. I can already see everyone, why are you busting that big of a bolt with your ratchet? Because I can. That's why. And I'm going to lock the other side with another. See if I can double find out. I thought I could have one and done it. Could not. I think it's a 17 on this side. Alright, this is going to be tricky to do with only one hand. Okay, I can't do it with one hand. Okay, so when you get it off, the nut comes off. You get a little washer there. There's this little bracket here. Now, I couldn't tell you what this bracket is. Oh, I lied. So, you can't really see because there's notches on here. And this looks to be a measuring type of tool for when you're trying to tension up the chain and whatnot. So, mine has a little shadow right there, but I'm gonna remember to keep it there. Regardless, I'm gonna tension it to make sure it still works, regardless or not if it stays in that same spot, but that's how we're gonna go with that. So next, this is a brand new bike, so see no issues of it coming out. Again, over here at the same time, same issue, measuring tool. Just remember how they go and what way. I guess I don't really see that it could be a big issue, but hey, you do you. So I realized I'm a clown and did not realize what those are used for. Those little tools on the sides of the swing arms are used to go ahead and give you a little bit of alignment so you know that your wheel's matching on both sides when you go and tighten the slack in the chain. So yeah, that's what those are for. Okay, so we got it off. You're gonna get a little dirty, so you get what you sign up for. Another thing you're gonna want to watch out for is right here. These are where the little guides for the axle are gonna be sitting in. Mine fell out. I was like, what the heck was that? Don't be alarmed. They sit in here. Just make sure you remember where they are. Another thing you're gonna want to do is make sure brace yourself. Gonna want to grab the chain, obviously. I probably should not be letting it sit on the ground, but to be honest, I really don't know where else to put it. We're just gonna fold her up like that. But regardless, that is a little impromptu how to take it off. Another thing you're gonna wanna do, I'm gonna be using Silk Glide because Silk Glide is effective from -20 Fahrenheit to up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit as a lubricant, but when you take your axle out, I can already just feel it. This is a brand new bike. You'd expect things to happen, but a little bit of a budget bike, things don't happen. This axle does not honestly feel like it's been greased up. When you go to put this in, obviously you give it some grease. That way it's one, it makes it easier to go take it in and out and it doesn't rust up on you when you gotta take your wheel off again. But that's just where everything sits. As you can see, I got a little outline, so it kind of helps me. Thank God I didn't wash my bike, but shame on me. Later on, I guess I will do a little video on how to put it together. It may seem a little hectic, but it just is what it is. Another thing you want to do, never, ever face this wheel on the rotor. If you start sitting it on the rotor, not only, sure, this little bearing here is going to hold it up, but regardless, it's going to push around and whatnot. It's not exactly stable, so I have it on sitting on some cardboard. You sit this rotor on the concrete, you're gonna start scratching up the rotor and you're gonna get grooves in your rotor eventually. And then you might get little particles and whatnot that are gonna start getting pits in your brake pads, make your brake pads wear out bad, make your rotors wear out bad. It's just a bad story. So make sure you leave it as is. Best if you can to leave it up straight, but I'm in a room with concrete on the edges, so sitting it on some cardboard is not gonna kill it, but if you can, leave it upright. But that's where we're at with this. Let me know if this is helpful for you, if you'd like to see some more. But yeah, next one we're gonna be going over how to put it back on. Woohoo! So you made it to the end of the video. Well, I'm not Yami Noob, I'm not TJ Hunt. I just stubbed my toe really bad. We're gonna keep this in the tank. God, that hurts. But regardless, thanks for making it to the end of the video. First YouTube video. I'm gonna try and make some more info and content on this bike. There's not a lot out there about the Z400. It's all about the Ninja 400, but they're mainly the same. So obviously, if you got any questions or whatnot, don't hesitate to put it in the comments, but also read the forums, go online, go on YouTube, look at anything you can find, because I guarantee someone has the answer. But this is a pretty brand new bike, pretty newish, so I'm here to kind of show what it can do, show what it can't do, and kind of give some insights on it. So other than that, can't wait to see you on the next one.